Oh yeah, so this is the question just out of curiosity. So, what is your attitude towards volunteering work? I mean, in general, like say, I don't know, helping in some animals facilities or doing some overseas volunteering, whatever. And if you tried it,
Hmm.
what was your experience like?
I haven't come across any volunteering for myself, to be honest. I do think it's great for designers who want to get started and want to build their portfolio because if you there's a difference between actually doing a project and doing like a concept project because it's different when you handle a customer. So I think volunteering um in that instance is great for both sides because one side gets a design for free, you could say, and the other gets a product for his portfolio and also some experience on how to handle customers. I'm a UX UI designer. I've been doing that for the past 5.5 years. I practice designing interfaces, apps, um, websites, web apps. I also do some graphic design. I'm currently a freelancer for the past year or so. I've been working with big companies, small companies, startup agencies, and yeah, currently I'm just wrapping up some projects, looking for some new ones, and yeah, that's me. Um, I have not come across any animal shelters looking for volunteers here because it's kind of where I live. It's not really you have volunteering activities, but it's not really design focused. I have come across people who are kind of, I don't want to say use, but kind of want to use designers who have uh, no job at the moment or are looking for a job and they kind of want to offer volunteering in hopes of getting a position. And I think that's kind of scammy from my point of perspective. But I think if you come across an animal shelter or someone who is in need for design work in your specific location, then go ahead and do it. I think it's a great thing to do uh, from a humane perspective, and I really vouch for that.
Okay, so you agree that volunteering in general helps you to develop the maybe skill of conversation with the customer?
Yeah, more than that, I think it also offers just overall dynamic and experience with customers. And I think if you manage to get well with that, you'll be better off ahead because if you have the incentive of getting paid, you could be even more patient because even if the customer is super annoying, like um, very unpolite, you could say even rude, if you have the fact that in mind that you're getting paid for this is like it kind of calms you down at times. And if you even don't have that and you're doing this out of your own good, then I think you'll be even better off afterwards.
Okay, and you also would like, as I understand, maybe warn people, those who try to do volunteering work for free in a hope of like getting paid later on. You're against it, right? As I see.
I don't I It really depends on the situation because I feel like I have come across people who are kind of manipulative and tried like earlier back in the days who tried to use me and use my skills and like obviously that didn't work for them, but at least they tried. So I'd imagine someone who is um less experienced and like could fall in for that. So just be careful with people like that.
Yeah, I see. I would also agree with that, but from my experience as a freelancer, I had some gap between working for big companies. It's quite often the case when the other party kind of like doesn't have the trust, and on the other hand, you have to sustain your living. So if say you agree to work for free, then you waste your time and you won't be able to pay your bills, whatever. On the other hand, if that person is trying to scam someone who actually without expertise, he will also waste his time anyway. So there are three currencies that you can actually use to guarantee that you're not wasting time with anyone. Like except for money, it can be the prestige or the status. I mean, like say, okay, I do the work for you, then you advertise my portfolio on on your website to your business associates, whatever. And there was a third one, but I don't remember. So I mean, if you don't want to involve money, then make sure to involve a few other things that are actually proof of uh, involvement and commitment.
Yeah, everyone has something to offer. I think that's a great deal to have, like at least get some publicity off of it or some, I don't know, something to
Yeah, yeah,
benefit
yeah,
you. And and like I said earlier, double check people because I've come across someone who presented himself like, yeah, I'm this big entrepreneur. I had two startups that I sold and I'm getting this third one and you should help me up now. And I don't have any investments now, so I can't pay you off, but later on you'll be able to make some big money. And then I looked them up and like I saw it's all one uh one big story. So that's another tip for everyone.
yeah. Uh, I think maybe it may be good just to involve some risk management. Like say, if you don't know whether it's worth it or not, you can say like, okay, I can afford 4 hours per week, and then I wait for some commitment from the other side, and then I put the job aside and I look for something else because that one is definitely risky.
Uh-huh.
I spend enough for me to make sure that okay, I cannot do more without acknowledgement and commitment from the other side, and on the other hand, I spent at least something. Okay, maybe it was worth it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea to do.